Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we are making seafood okro soup or stew. Yes, it's heavily loaded and it tastes very nice. You need to try this recipe. If you have any seafood at home, this is the recipe you need to try. So if you are new here, kindly subscribe to our channel, hit on the notification button to get notified anytime we post new and exciting recipe. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you for still watching our videos. We appreciate you a lot. This okra stew goes well with any swallow, that is banku, kenke, eba, or as we paired ours with our cauliflower banku. Yes, it's low in carbohydrates and it's a very good replacement if you are doing keto. So yes, so let's get started. So for this recipe, we're using our fish, that's the tilapia, our shrimps, our spices that we have there, and of course our star ingredients, our okra and some jute leaves, the ayoyo leaves, and of course we have crabs, and we're using thyme, some fresh tomatoes, octopus, and of course our momoni. Yes, we can't leave our momoni out. Yes, we have some salt to taste too, very important, and our already blended mixture of pepper, garlic, ginger, onions, and of course we are using some palm oil for this recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So of course you need to season your fish and your octopus. We're going ahead to season it with some pepper, our spices. You can choose to use any spices of choice. You make sure that you season the octopus so that every side of it gets coated with our seasonings. Then you go ahead and start prepping your okra. So in the pot we add our water. Make sure it mixes very well. For okra stew to be slimy and not too watery, you don't need to add a lot of water. Just a little water goes a long way to making it slimy. Yes, so you just add a little bit of water and you set it on fire. Yes, so at this point, when your okra is about boiling, you just mix it like what we are doing in the video here, just to bring the sliminess out of the okra. And usually we pound or blend our jute leaves, but for this recipe we want to see the leaves in it, so that's why we just added the leaves. Yeah, so you can choose to also blend it or pound it. So we go ahead and start with our sauce. So for this, we added our palm oil, we added our momoni and some onions, and we added some dawadawa just because, why not? But that's optional. So at this point, you make sure that you stir just to get the momoni to soften up. You first of all need to fry your octopus. So that's what goes into your oil first. So you fry this for about 10 to 15 minutes before you take it out and set it aside. So at this point, you can add some fish, your herrings, your salmon, just because, why not? Then you go in with your pepper mixture. That's your pepper, garlic, ginger, any other local spices of choice. So then you begin to go in with your spices, any spices of choice that you prefer, that you know that makes your food taste very nice. But I used ginger garlic powder. I used some onga stew, some salt to taste, and a cube. So you keep stirring as you continue to put in your fish. And of course, we're using tilapia, so yeah. So we all know that fish doesn't take a long time, so you need to let it cook for about 10 minutes before we take it out, because fish is very delicate, so we need to take it out before it comes off the bones. So here we take the fish out because it's already cooked and we don't want it cooked for a very long time. So yeah, we set it aside for when our stew is ready. Then we add it back into our stew. Yes. Then we go in with our crab. It's a lot of tiny processes, which when comes together becomes very beautiful. So please bear with us and follow all the procedures. So you go in with your tomatoes. I always say tomatoes give my okro stew that extra flavor, but hey, you can also take it out if that's what you want. So we added our shrimps, our tiny shrimps, so that it can be bite sizes. So at this point, know that your stew is almost ready because every other seafood we have is in our pot already. So to make it a stew, you have to make sure that your sauce is reduced in size. Yes, your tomato sauce, your pepper sauce is reduced in size before you add your cooked okra to the sauce. That is what is going to make your stew not watery, and it's going to make it slimy as well. And that's the difference between the stew and the soup. So at this point, you continue to whisk it together so that the stew and the okra combine. So at this point, all the other meat you set aside, you bring it back into the pot because your stew is ready. So at this point, you just add your fish to your tilapia, your protein, every other protein you set aside, and you add a bit of garnishing. It can be your green pepper, some onions, just for garnishing and extra taste. So at this point, you know that your okro stew is ready, and you should be getting your banku ready as well. Your banku or your kenke, or as we paired ours with our cauliflower banku. Yes, you can check our cauliflower banku recipe in our previous videos. It is so easy to make and it is delicious as well. So you need to check out that recipe. So at this point, after tasting and making sure that everything is in its right order and its right proportions, know that your okra stew is ready. And trust me, it is going to be delicious because mine was that extra good. Yes. So yeah, this is what we have for you today, and we hope you enjoyed every single shot of our video. Till we'll come your way again next time, it's bye from us, Rare Foods. Kindly subscribe. Thank you. Bye.